Hello everyone and welcome to SpartanGaming Plays Escape Simulator 2. Today we're on the Lost Spaceship. Before we begin, I changed my clothes, so I look like a spacer. Should be Ripley's clothes from Alien, but it's not. Sadness right there. Anyway. Yeah, this Lost Spaceship, I kind of didn't like it as much as the Dracula's Castle. I got bored at around about the cargo hold. Weirdly enough, I kind of like, yeah, I struggled a lot in the hibernation pods because I'm blind. And then I struggled even more in the bridge because I didn't understand the logic in the puzzle. Which I'll talk about that later. And then Into the Unknown was just, eh. It was loads of annoying puzzles that I didn't really enjoy. And the ending was kind of pissed me off, so. Yeah. Anyway, let's start, shall we? Hibernation pods. Oh, welcome back, crewmate. You've been asleep for 798 days. Okay, no wonder I feel rough. Initiating preliminary scan. Am I dead? Oh, I'm inconclusive. Yeah, might be dead. What is 2 times 2? Huh? I'm going with doesn't make when I get up in the morning. Administer manual first aid. Ooh. There we go. Now I can function correctly after I have had some drugs. 2 plus 2 is 4. What planet are you from? Well, we're from Earth. Well, I'm from Earth. But this character's not. If you look around you, you'll notice that it says Mars Industries here. Apparently we're from Mars. How that works is beyond me. The name of the ship, I got stuck on this part. I was like, I winged it. I was like, okay, name of this ship. And yeah, like it's not obvious to me really that it's DE, MO, and S, and 3. It's Deimos 3. It's the name of the ship. But I winged this. I didn't. I know it's like it's a Delhi, but I thought it said down there. So it's DEIMOS and 3. Like, I didn't know where the number 3 came from. So, yeah, I winged it with the last digit, and then I spent a couple of minutes looking around. Like, where the fuck is number 3? I was like, that can't be the ship's pier. And, yeah, and then I look around, and it's just like, for some reason, they've decided to rub off parts of the ship's name. And the number 3 is next to the medical bay. It's just like it's just OS3. It's very weird. I don't... Yeah. That was the first time I was like, yeah, I kept stuck. And then we'll look in these cryopods and we'll take these. As per usual, make sure you take everything that isn't nailed down because you're gonna need it. Especially if it makes that really nice tickling noise, it means that it's definitely something we're definitely gonna need. Now these medical canisters are for the puzzle later for this like med bay. So, there's 5 cryopods in this ship. There's 4 here, and then there's 1 inside the captain's cryopod. I don't know where the other ship members are. I woke up alone. Normally, you'd have aliens hunting you, you know, but there's no aliens. It's just it's unsettling being in space. You know. Looking out into the vastness and wondering, why the hell am I on this ship? Who put me here? Why did I wake up 798 days later? And you know what? It's never answered. You'll be asking that question for the end of time because it never explains anything in this stupid level, which is what made me hate it the most. There's an interesting story here, and it just completely forgets it's a story, and it just throws it out the window. Mira, I think using 3D printed models to remember passwords isn't the best idea. Pfft, says you. If it wasn't for this 3D printed model, I wouldn't be getting a locker. The entire crew would have known yours. If you want it changed, let me know and I'll reset it later. P.S. If you want to hang out, wink wink, I'll be at the observatory after my night shift. Tee-hee. Oh, you put a kiss as well. Fraternizing. I mean, why would you lock your locker when there's only 4 of you here? What are you hiding in there? Are you hiding drugs? Food? Probably a bit of both. These weird packs here are food packets. They're called neobites. Fuel the future, 1 bite at a time. Let me see if I can turn it. Oh god, it's... Oh, he's been a bastard. He won't turn on it. A balanced mix of proteins, healthy fats, and essential vitamins. Lab-grown proteins, algae-based omega-3s, and bioengineered superfoods infused with adaptogens and neotropics for mental clarity and stamina. Probably tastes like shit, but it's good for you. It's definitely not good for you. Superfoods. Anyway, first thing we need to do is give the old window a good clean. You don't need to clean it all. You only need this this part here to get this number. There you go, 47368, which is the code for this door. We can't open it because we need to open this panel because for some reason somebody's took 3 of the numbers, which is like 50% of what we need. Is that 50? Did I say that? 47368. 3 and 6 are missing, and so yeah. Shits, that's what did that. Shits. So the first thing we need to solve is this right here. But to do that, we need to get into Mira's locker because we need that keypad, that or that card. In fact, we need that guy. Maybe we don't need to get into Mira's locker. We definitely do need to get into Mira's locker. So yeah, the code for that is in this here, which is a nice slide to unlock. So you have to follow this. So S2 to B and then S2 to C, and each one of these symbols represents one of these here. So to get to S1 to A, it has to pass through these 3 symbols, and S2 and then S2 again. So we'll do S2s first because it's the easiest. We know that S2 has to pass through this square, so the square has to be here. And then it has to split between B and C, so the only one that has a split is this one. And then C needs to go to the diamond, so like that. So that's S2 to C. Easy. And then B needs to go through the hourglass, so that one and that. So there's B and C, simples. And then S1 has to go through these in order, so it needs to go through the if you had a cassette tape player back in the day, like this like arrow thing meant play, doesn't it? Oh no, was it pause? I can't remember. I don't even think I had a cassette. I was too poor. So it needs to go through one of these first, and then it needs to go through the diamond. And then it needs to go through this here. So it goes kinda like where's that? It's that way, like that. I like that puzzle. That's very nice. I like when I look at a puzzle and I think I can solve that without needing to think. So we'll pick up the screwdriver, and these energy power cores. There's 3 of them. It's to get this weird medical bay to work. So I've got 2, and the next one is right there inside Tarin's locker. So I liked this solving. I like solving Mira's locker puzzle because it's something to do with this 3D print, as it said on the wall. And when you click on the so basically. The password is this 3D model, and if you pin it and then move it into a certain location, it like fits perfectly, like kind of there. You know, look at that. It's fucking amazing. When I found that out that it fits there, I was ecstatic. Best day of my life. I mean, probably not the best day, but it made me really happy that it kind of fits there, and yeah. So yeah, the password is 1638. See? Thank God for 3D printing your passwords. This key card goes into here. And it says, power input compromised. Add backup power cores. Well, we have 2. There's another one. Let's put this in the bin. So to get into Tarin's locker, we need this here. Dear Tarin, since you told me your lunch went missing a couple of times, I've reset your locker password. Once you memorize it, I suggest you destroy this paper. He didn't take your advice. That's why someone stole his lunch. I would as well. Should have locked your locker. This one's quite easy. You just click on the correct triangle. So the first one is the one that looks like an upside down triangle. So it's 3. Or it could be 6. But no, it's, as you can see, this is the umbrella symbol, which is in the middle. So it's 3, 8, 6, 4. And then we'll go his power core. Yoink! I don't know why he's hoarding them for. Oh, we've got a picture of a dog in here. Oh, look at it. It's called Deimos 3. I don't know why it's called Ooh. I mean, it's obviously not, is it? It's just a dog. So we can put this in the bin. So this is easy. This is just follow the symbols. So to the left, it needs to be a star and a square. And that's already there. We need a square. So the triangle goes to the top. But we can't do this until we get into the cabin here, because they're in here. There they are. So the next puzzle is... Oh, we've also picked this up from Tarin's locker, which is for the... something we need in a bit. So it's to do with this machine here. But yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in the future. Fucking... Forgot you need to actually click on it. And then you're dragging because of reasons. Right, then put them in the bin because, you know, we don't need them anymore. So, like I said, the password for this is on the window. I don't know why they wrote it on the window. It would have been easy to write it on this window instead of the one inside, so I can actually read it. Jokers, you know, 47368. But as you can see, the 3, the 6, and the 7 are missing. So when you look in here, you can reroute the numbers to a different keypad, which is quite cool. Like I said, this is the one that I enjoyed. So the first number is 4, and 4 is already there. So 4. Then it's 7, and so 7's missing. So if, as you can see, there's a gold, like a bead of whatever the hell this is, probably copper. And it's connected to this button here. So if you click on it, it disconnects it. So you can connect it to something else, say to number 1. See? And then the next one was 3, and we do the same with 3. We have to disconnect it so it takes that way. And then you have to reroute it to one what will touch the gold bar. And it can't be this one because this only goes up and down. Meaning it has to be this one, which is the 8. Then 6, we did the same with 6. So let's put that back on. So 6 is this one. Take it off. And then it needs to be on number 9. So it's 4, 7, 3, 6, and then 8. So 8 already exists. There you go. I did like that. That was fun. Yeah, that was a nice fun puzzle. That gets your brain thinking, but not too much that it needs to steam. Where are we? Square goes there. And the circle, so it's triangle and circle. Triangle, circle. No, we don't need to use that just yet, because you'd be asking yourself, why the hell are we doing that? It's because to get into here, we need to get past this security scan. Or a bacterial scan, isn't it? Apparently, I have an infection. It was going to happen. There's only 4 of us here. So, we have to get rid of the infection, or we can't go through past the quarantine, and we can't go into the captain's quarters, or captain's area. So, now we've done this, we have to find what ailment afflicted us. Body scanner operational. Please lie down. Okay. Oh! I like this. Or that kind of makes me a bit sicky. I don't know why. And then we can manually scan because this computer's a stupid piece of crap. And then you... basically, you just hold it. And then you have to find locations like this. Initiate match detection. And then we need to find the common like germ looking thing that fits with each one of these spheres and put them into this here. They all have to be the same. So basically one of these is the same in each one of these sphere things. So from what I remember, I think it's this one. And that one. If you look, they should all be the same. There you go. So that's whatever disease we have. And then we chuck the sample into this. And then we can basically make our own cure, which is fucking cool. I did like this. We need one of these in real life, please. Stop your doctors from needing to look up your ass. You know? So this is pretty fun to do. It was, I did it. It took me a while because I was confused on like the obviousness of some of these puzzles. I'm trying to get a nice view. There you go, it's better. So if we look at this here, each one of these has a name, weirdly enough. Tentacle, spike, brush, and oculum. It's like an eyeball. There's no spikes on this. As you can see, they're all like 2 tentacles, 2 brushes, and 1 eyeball. So you basically have to find 4 of these, which are represented in these here. So to counteract them. So we basically have to pick two of the things that get rid of the brushes. So it could be celerium, which is the C, but it also could be the dermatum, which gets rid of brush and the tentacle. We have 2 brushes, so we need to use 2 C's or 2 D's. Again, I apologize for not being able to explain it more simpler, but it's basically just match the correct numbers or correct letters. There's only one solution, and it's finding the solution. It's not too difficult because, as you can see around the edge here, there's white squares, and these white squares have to match up. So we know that E can't go here because it's not 2 at the top and it's 0 at the side. And if you look at these, none of them have a 0 at the side. Only like D has. The D and E would go together. Say like, I mean, it wouldn't on this, but that would go together because that's the same equaled. Yeah, it gets your mind thinking because of the puzzles. And when you click create substance, it will tell you if you've got rid of them or not. So it's not too difficult. So we'll start with getting rid of the brushes. So we know that to get rid of the brushes, we need either a C or a D. Well, like you'd think 2 Ds would get rid of the brushes and the tentacle. And so instead of 4, like 2 C's and then 2 E's, we'd only need to use 2 D's. And that gets rid of 4 instead of just 2. But if you look at the D's don't go together. Unless it said, like, the only one that has a gap to the left is an E. Oh no, an A does as well. And A can't go there because it needs a gap to the right and one at the bottom instead of two. And it can't be the E. So yeah, so basically that can't be, that D can't be anywhere. This D can. And we just have to match. So if this goes here, say, we need something that has a blank bottom. What has a blank bottom? An A. What does A get rid of? Spike. We don't need it, so it can't be a D. And it can't be an A. So D and A are completely out of it. So that already gets rid of 4. Well, then again, does it though? I'm pretty sure one of the B's. One of these D's. I always assumed that the D... You think I'd know this? I played this game a few days ago just to run through it, and because it can't be up there, it can't be down. What does the G get rid of? The G gets rid of the eyeball. But you can also have a H, but because we got no spike, I don't think the H can actually be used. So if we say one of the G's has to go here, and the G's are the ones that has the most, like, the weird squares on it. So G could go there. But we can't have D because D doesn't work anywhere. But it works there. See? And that gets rid of one of the tentacles and another tentacle. So the tentacles are gone. If we click on this, it will tell you what we got rid of, actually. We still got a brush. And we know that the brush is C. So if we can find a C that fits into this spot, like this one here, and then we are fucking golden. That should be correct. Even though I said D wasn't the correct one, I was kidding myself. If you click create substance, it releases the cure. Ah. Airborne cure released. Hopefully that worked. If not, we're screwed basically. Yeah, I do like that. It took me a while to do it originally. But yeah, like most puzzles do for me. But once I understood it a few times, yeah, it kind of made sense. Yay, access granted. No quarantine stopping me. Oh. 16-ounce hammer. That'll come keen to the back of the head. Dirty, man. They're not cleaning up after themselves. They left these boxes everywhere. Animals. Our way out is to go through this door. I still think there should be something creepy in the background. That just skittles across. That would shit me up the willies, that would. So we have to get into this cryopod. That's to the captain's pod. I wonder if she's still in there. Or he's in there. I don't even know who the captain's name is. We need we've got a on display Holo recordings. This is the one that kind of pissed me off the most because I didn't understand it. And then we got the captain's cryopod Descrambler. You can open the cryopod now. This one's you can do this straight away. But then you got this here, which is I can't remember what that does. Oh no, that that poops out a machine that you need to use the RFID scanner for, which is something that we need to get through this door. But if we look at this, we have Liora's lock code. I don't know why she thinks that that's genius. These are people who have managed to get into space, so they must be competent. Yeah, that password. I have a perfect system for my password changes. That's not perfect. Well, we can get into Liora's password. So it's 1, 2, 3. So it's got to be 4 because it's a sequence. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 8, 7, 6, and 5. I don't know why she thinks that that's like an amazing password. We needed to get into the for this RFID thing. Auntie Liora, we got a new pet for my aquarium. I named it Spec. It's very cute. It's small and chubby. It's kind of like me. Can you guess what it is? I will draw it for you. It looks like it shouldn't exist. Love you, Auntie. Hope you come back soon. Mum says she loves you too. Sorry, Mika. I don't think your aunt is ever going to come back. Spoiler. I mean, I don't know. As I said, the story doesn't have any ending. It barely has a beginning, which is what annoys me. It's like, I want to know what happens to everyone, and yeah, it kind of, like I said, it kind of just ends at the end, and it's just like, what, that's it? It's a mystery here. But, yeah, it teases you. Crew hold log mismatch. Manually set crew to last location. So the crew members are Kale, Liora, Mira, and Tarin. And then we say we've got the captain who has no name. Who the hell am I? Hey? What the hell am I doing on this ship? I mean, I can't be one of the crew members. I mean, I guess I could be because I came out of this pod. Yeah, who knows? I'm just a stowaway. I'm the alien. So yeah, this I had to look online for information about this because I didn't understand what the hell it wanted. Like, this gives you a list of where the crew was doing certain things. So like these like codes. So CP3 is the cryopod 3. If you look on like the cryopods, it would say like it's CP3 right here. This machine is called the SRC-002 and the MB12. This guy's working on the FP3, and then you can like cross-reference. So what the game wants you to do is only pick 4 of these, because it has to be their last location, not every location, which what threw me originally, because I was thinking it wants me to mark everyone in one of these, and it just throws a massive red herrings at it. It kind of makes sense because it does say last location. You know, manually set the crew to their last location, and it throws in these extra holograms just to take the piss. So yeah, so only 4 of these matter. And if you go from backwards, because obviously 8 in the morning all the way to 2 in the afternoon, so we can go backwards. So we know that T-Pen, well, Tarin was FP3, the last thing he did. So that means that this one here has to be Tarin? Tarin. It's a weird name. So that has to be Tarin. None of these ever none of the other holograms can be Tarin. And then we'll look, and let's do that. So Mira was in the SRC-04 last. And the SRC-04, which is scanner 4, is here. But seeing as she's not here, that means that her last position wasn't here. So it's like, what? Where was she then? Eh? Meaning that she must have, after lunch, after like 2:15, she must have been at another place, but because the error log cut off, it doesn't tell you. So you can't do mirrors just yet. We know that Liora was last at CP2, and there's a hologram at CP2, which is here. So we know that this is Liora. Okay. And then we've got Kale, which is the scanner 3, so which is this here. No, it's not. That's the scanner 2. Scanner 3 is in here. Sorry, it's this one. That's scanner 3. So I know that this one is Kale, or Carl, or however you spell that name. So the only one we've got is Mira. Sorry. So let's have a look. If crewmate doesn't have an assignment, feel free to relax on the couch. So this could be Mira. I mean, I say that like I don't know it is. So that means that everyone else is basically pointless and you shouldn't touch them. So Mira's there, Tarin's there, Liora's there, and then we have good old Kale here, scanner 3, and if we click on this, it'll tell you if it's right. And it is! Almost like I've done that before. Yeah, that took me way too long. I had to look on the internet because I didn't. I was picking everyone's position, going through the log. Yeah, and it clearly says last known location. Yeah, that's what you get for not reading. Stupid. This is this card for the door. Say passphrase to open. Why would they lock the door with a passphrase? It seems weird. So let's solve this one. So this one's not too difficult. It looks intimidating. It's really not. You only make 4 moves, and you have to, in 4 moves, you have to get these diamonds to this here, and the squares to this here. So it's down 1. So that's there. That's weird. Did it go down? There we go. It didn't go down. That threw me for a second. Oh no, it did go down. I just didn't notice it. Wow. Silly boy. So if we go... and then... that. Yeah, and then go up again. Yeah. I would say, yeah, I don't... like it's not too difficult. It's just, yeah. So with this, you put it onto the RFID scanner. 1 of 4. That's 2. So this, to get out the door is probably my favorite puzzle on this whole level. I really do like this. You basically, we have to get into here because, yeah. So to do that, we need to come to here. This, I didn't understand if you could solve this or not straight away because I didn't understand what it wanted you to do. Basically, there should be 3 numbers here. And obviously the patterns, I mean, you can change them. So this moves only these patterns. So say we want to move the top one here on the left. It's this one. No, it's not. It's this one. Let me change it. And when you pick a number or something, you change it like that. And then yeah, you basically make 3 numbers. It looks difficult. It looked quite intimidating when I first did it because I don't understand what it wants me to do. But yeah, once you realize that there's only one place these like connections can actually be, and it only makes sense for say this one to be this because it needs to make a number. You know, like a number can't exist if it's 2 lines because they don't join up, or if it's these 2 lines but these don't join up. Obviously, no number would have 2 X's in it. So that means that this one doesn't make sense because no number looks like that. So the only one that makes sense is this because it joins together. So we know this one here, which is this, needs to be... it could be that. Could be that. Now it looks like a weird 9. So let's go to this one. I think it's like that. So we know that this one is maybe this one. Then okay, not that one, maybe this one. And it makes 9 and then 3. So you solve 1 and it solves 2. So the only one that's different now is this here. So if we change mean, it's got to be 0, hasn't it? So it's got to be 2 lines. So it's not the hardest. It's just, yeah, I don't like, the game doesn't really tell you what it wants you to do until you randomly just figure it out, which is basically how I did it. So so yeah, 930 is the code for the captain's pod. And the captain's pod is the only one that has 3 numbers. You know? Oh, by the way, the captain's dead. You know? Definitely dead. Why is the captain dead? Hey? We never find out. Why did the captain come in here? Like, was she stuck in here? If so, why did she get a paper and a pen with her? It's there's like these questions, they're never answered. You just find the captain. Oh my god, what happened? I've been in that pod for like 3 years. Yeah, she's dead. She's been dead for like 50 years. Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't. So maybe the story is not supposed to make sense, but it pisses me off that it doesn't make sense. You know, I kind of like the idea of me waking up and like 100 years in the future, everyone's dead except me because my pod malfunctioned and it didn't wake me up. You know, and then, but I'll spoil it right now. Like you don't find any of the other crew members. They don't. Yeah, you don't hear anything about them ever again. It teases you. It's like, oh, fucking hell, what happened here? And it just, yeah. We're not going to tell you. That's what happened. It's none of your damn business. Well, I'll take a pen because it should be covered in blood or something. That'd be cool. And we'll look at the paper. So, day 1, I'm awake, but only basic life support systems are online. I mean, definitely not basic life support systems because, yeah, this is definitely not basic life support. 57, still trapped. I have only some water left. Day 175, the air is becoming hard to breathe. I'm at peace. This is my resting place. And day 192, to whom it concerns, to open the exit, you have to voice activate using this password. Override 4 Alpha Bravo. Good luck out there. You say that like I know where I am. But yeah. Way to go, Captain. It's just like there's an interesting like weird story here, but it doesn't tell you what the hell happened. Why is the captain dead? Where the fuck is everyone? Why am I waking up on my own in a pod? Like I must be one of these people. But yeah, I think the problem is there's no story here. It's an escape room game. But yeah, I played what did I play recently? There you go. I played I just had to log. I played a game called The Invincible. That's kind of like the sci-fi weird sort of game. That's really fun. That's got an interesting story, and that kind of reminded me of this. Even though it kind of nothing like it, but you know, it's first person. It's in space, or more like on a weird planet. But yeah. So yeah. Anyway, we have to get the door open. So this is what we need this scanner for. And she told us the password is, oh shit, I threw it in the bin. I kind of need that. This one. And we know the password is override 4 Alpha Bravo. So if we look at the RFID scanner thing, it basically means that we have to take, we have to make the passphrase override 4 Alpha Bravo with certain bits of like cut out audio from 4 different like wavelength files, which is fucking amazing. And one of these should already have override, but it doesn't. So we need to find out what words would make override. That's over. They will copy over. There has to be 6. 1 of 6. And we also had pride. So if we take out the ride from pride, then we have override. So we have, and the next one is 4, which we already have 4 right there. And then Alpha we already have. It's the Bravo one that's the harder one. So override 4 Alpha, and then Bravo. There's no Bravo on this. So what can we use to make Bravo? Let's have a look. B, R, and A. So bra. And then we need V and O, which would be... it's not over. From voice. That should be override 4 Alpha Bravo. And then we stick it onto the door. And then we get out. See, I like that. Getting out was badass. I really did. The ending for the needing to get the voice command thing is it really fun. It's a shame that everything after this is kind of it's not that fun. The what level was it? The bridge is all right. It's got one of my most hated puzzles on that I've played so far. I've not played the Cursed Treasure yet, so there might be one that's shitter. Yeah, like I said, like Hibernation, it kind of makes this interesting, like mystery sort of. Where the fuck's the crew gone? And then it completely forgets everything. So, yeah, I should stop trying to find weird stories in games when the story doesn't really exist. Like I'm upset that there's no ending or there's no conclusion of what happened to the crew. You know, it's going to be a mystery for the rest of my days. Maybe someone could fanfic and send it to me so I can read it. I'd like that. You know? But I want some illustrations because I can't just read text. I don't have an imagination. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody peeps. We've done the Hibernation part. Next we'll do the bridge. Like I said, the bridge is not too difficult. It's got one of my most hated puzzles on that I've played at the moment. But, you know, we'll complain about that when I get to it, as I normally do. So, yeah, until then, peeps, thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely day. Stay frosty and all that. And, yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.